Hello and welcome. Welcome to our first meeting for Develop a Moodle course as part of Moodle MOOC for 2024. My name is Nellie Deutsch, and we will be continuing from now. So wherever you happen to be, feel free to use the chat to introduce yourself, to add comments, ask questions, and chat away. Okay, that's perfectly fine. I'll be moderating this 4-week fully online course. And a little bit about me there. You can see that I've been teaching for over 40 years, English as a foreign language in the K-12 and higher education. I currently also teach immersive technologies, which is augmented virtual reality and mixed reality at a distance at a university in Greece in an MSc program. The name of the university is now Democratis, University of Thrace. And I've been enjoying technology and making the most of it in how I teach, and I'll be talking about that in a little while. So a little bit about my background with Moodle and computer-assisted language learning, which I started in 1993. Started using Moodle in 2003, even though Moodle actually started a year before that. And I started teaching Moodle to educators around the world in 2009, just like this course. The addenda for today is the following. Going to, hi there, I see we've got Poland, India, the United States. So that's 3 continents, right? Introduction and aspirations, mine and maybe yours as well. Teaching and learning methods that I use and that you will encounter during the course. Orientation and the grading system that you will encounter as well. Profile, country and time zone, which is very important. Profile in general on Moodle has lots of information, as it is very important for the user. Screen recorders, the video of the layout of the current course. Let's get together in 3 different ways through videos. 1, 2, 3. Teaching perspectives, how to generate a course syllabus, because you will be developing a course syllabus with Google Gemini, which is completely free. Individual courses, how to choose them so you can start with your course, and of course, certificates and digital badges. So let me know before we get started if there are any questions so far. If you can't think of anything, maybe later, but feel free to add the questions. I'm checking my chat and I get notified every time you add anything. So, right, so aspirations. As an educator, and I've been teaching for many, many years, and as I said, technology has been a huge part of that. And what technology has allowed me to do is engage with my students on a one-on-one basis. Instead of teaching at the students, I'm able to have the students do the teaching so that we can learn together. So we change roles, and we'll be talking about that. So my aspirations are to have active participatory learning for peer teaching and learning. That's what I aspire for, and I'll be talking about what that is. Active participatory learning for peer teaching and learning. Explore Moodle features. I hope that you explore as many Moodle features as possible, and that you share your experiences, and we share our experiences throughout the course so we can learn from one another. And my aspiration is to experience, for you and I, to experience learning personally and professionally. So what is active participatory learning? Has anyone not heard of the term? Please let me know in the chat. Yes, no, if you've heard of the term. And that's perfectly fine. I'm just curious. And if you're watching this video, please add that in the comment box. So I don't see any comments. I hope you can hear me. Oh, okay. So now I know at least that you can hear me. All right. So yes, thank you. The question was, have you heard the term active participatory learning? So I'm glad you have. Wonderful. Okay, so what is it? Well, active participatory learning is an approach where students actively engage in the learning process. And learning is a process. It's not what you put in is what you get. There's a lot more involved through activities, discussions, and collaboration, rather than just being a passive recipient of information. And the key features are interaction and dialogue. Now notice here among students, now this is key among students. The more students, from my experience and from feedback from students, the more they engage with each other, the more motivated they are, and the more they enjoy and sustain information from the course. So interaction and dialogue among students, and that's why you're encouraged to add your feedback to each other, to reply to each other. Hands-on activities and projects, student-centered teaching and methods, of course, reflecting and critical thinking. Now, critical thinking can be developed at any age, young and very, very old, even 90 plus, according to research, can benefit from being exposed to activities that foster critical thinking. And the benefits, of course, are retention, understanding, problem solving. It encourages engagement, and as I said, it increases motivation, collaboration, and communication skills, which is what we are. That's who we are. We are all learners, and we want to be able to work together and learn together. Examples are group projects, discussions, simulations, role plays, where teachers play the role of students and learn from students, and where students play the role of teachers and teach each other, and teachers learn from students. So it's very cyclic. The teaching methods that you'll encounter that I've been using for a number of years, and they work, is peer teaching and learning, as I mentioned, and discovery learning. In peer teaching, students learn from one another. They create videos and watch each other's videos and learn from the process. It involves teaching one another. And don't be afraid when it comes to your students. Believe me, if we give students a chance to teach, they will do a great job and they will learn so much from the process. And of course, self-discovery. Students and learners in general see different things, and we can learn from the collection of what they see. I learn from my students. Every time I give a course, I learn, and students learn from one another if they share their discoveries and not keep them to themselves, of course, and they're encouraged to share. The focus is on reciprocal education and the change of roles, as I mentioned, and it's both personal engagement, and that leads to professional. And of course, it leads to happier people. And that's what learning should be. It should make us happy. And I think that this is important for schools to realize that it's not only about grades, but it's a lot more than that. And the method that I use, and I've been using for quite some time, is letting students create videos of all ages. Even very young learners have their phones and they walk around the park and talk to each other in English, and create videos. It is very, very empowering for everyone at every age to create videos, whether through a phone or whether through the desktop or computers. So screen recorders are the way that we share screens and share our learning and so on. So screen recorders, you can use, as I said, both your mobile as well as the computer for that, and showcasing and reflecting. The learning environment becomes highly interactive with lots of communications. And if you've ever taught a course of over 1,000 and even hundreds of students who are engaged in conversation and in sharing ideas as they learn, and the excitement that goes on among them, it is very, very powerful for the teacher and for the students, of course. So it's highly interactive and communicative, lots of communication, requiring students to actively engage in teaching and discussion roles. And discovery, of course, is empowering as everyone sees different things. Nothing is ever wrong when it comes to the way you view things. We just view things differently. So as I always tell my students, there's no such thing as the wrong answer. It's just that that's not what I was thinking is the answer. But that's a great answer for something, if not for what I was expecting. And the educational approach is based on social constructivism. And by the way, Moodle was built for constructivism. It emphasizes the role of collaboration and interaction when it comes to learning. Discovery learning, of course, is constructivism and very experiential. So being aware is very, very important. As you go through the course, as you do the activities, try to be aware of what is happening to you, the engagement, whether negative, positive, and so on. Everything is good when we are aware, because we develop both personally and professionally when we're aware of what is going on and we're not doing things mindlessly. And of course, the key techniques, and you can see that, is problem solving. And as I said, at any age, these can be developed. And the primary benefits is understanding through explanation and discussion, ongoing explanations, ongoing discussions. How many of you, by the way, have completed the orientation? There's an orientation section with one basic activity on Moodle and one outside of Moodle. Let me know in the chat. Okay, so it's time to start. And I always say that 10 minutes a day, 10 minutes, just a little bit. And if you're stuck and you can't get started, because that's the hardest thing, let's face it. The hardest thing is to start. Once we start, we don't stop. But you shouldn't do too much. 10 minutes a day. And if you feel like doing more, stop yourself so it doesn't become a burden. So a little bit every day, and you'll manage to finish the week, but a little bit and every day, not just once. And you can't do it all at once. Okay, so I think these are good habits to develop, to do things slowly. All right, so let's continue here. I'm reading the chat, getting carried away there. So you will have done the following. You've watched the video and you fill in the needs assessment survey, which I think most of you have filled in. You complete your profile by adding your country and time zone. You decide on a screen recorder. By the way, which is your favorite screen recorder, if you can add in the chat? I think mine is Screen Pal. Okay, we've got Screencastify. Thank you. There's Screen Pal. It used to be Screencast-O-Matic. Now they dropped the long name and they call it Screen Pal now. Yeah, so it's Screen Pal. and not Screencast-O-Matic anymore. It was a long name. Screencastify is a lot of people like Screencastify, and it's hard to change, right? There's also a very popular one on Loom. If you're using your mobile, your phone, or Chromebook, I don't know, you might want to try something related to Google if you're using Chromebook, sorry. Loom is quite nice as well. A lot of people like it. I would stay away from Vimeo. It has gotten very, very complicated. So it's not a good choice. If you're using a paid plan, that's fine too. Whatever you choose is fine. There's a list of them. Try them all. See which one you like. See which ones you would share with your students. And then you will create a video showcasing the layout of the course. Now, the grading system, everybody's curious about the grading system. There is a grading system, and the reason there is one is because everything is connected, and you will learn in your courses how to connect. The activities are connected to the grading system. And if you don't have a grading system to complete an activity, it'll be difficult to get the digital badges, which are connected to the activities. And everything, all the activities are connected to the course completion, which connects to the certificate of completion. And if that's confusing, it won't be. If you do 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes a day, that would be fine. So there are no middle grades, but everything is graded if you do everything the way you're supposed to. In other words, if you're asked to do a video and you don't add a video, but you say a few words, that's not it. And that'll go into the support form. But if you've got a video and you're showing, showcasing what you saw, what you see and everything, even it doesn't have to be perfect. Just make sure the audio is audible, but we can hear you. And you're sharing the screen, which should be fine. You can use your phone. As I said, Loom is great for the phone. ScreenPal is also good on the phone, but I think Loom is probably the best. But try them out and use your phone. If you're using your phone, use a browser. Don't try to use the Moodle app. It doesn't work that well. With the free version, the paid version is too expensive for me, so I don't have it. But use a browser. You could use Safari if you're on the iPhone, or you can use Chrome on the iPhone or elsewhere, or use any other web browser that you use on your phone. So all the tasks get 100. Everything is out of 100. This is ensure that everybody does the job. From my experience, if there's no grade out there, there's no need to do it because there's no activity completion. This is where you add the country and time zone. How many of you have added the country? Let me know. Now, that's a good question. Do you have to complete? You should try not to lag behind, because once you finish week 1, you get your course so that you can start developing it. If you don't complete week 1, you'll start your course late, and then you won't be able to start week 2. So I suggest you go through week 1 quite quickly so that you can get your course and start developing it. Yeah, you can use it yourself. When I use my phone all the time because it's faster, first of all, but use a browser, okay? I stress this, not the app, a browser. Yeah, it works really well. And if you have any questions about what to use, how to use, and so on, feel free to use the support form of the week to ask your questions. There are also open forums where you can start any topic that interests you, or you can start chatting with each other. You don't have to use the support forum. For that, there are in each week, or actually, no, there's one area I'll show you later on for the open forum, which is new on Moodle, fairly new, open forum. So add your country, select your country. The profile's at the top right, and add your time zone. It will save you a lot of time, and you'll know exactly when these meetings are if you have the right time zone. So it doesn't matter if in my time zone it says 10 o'clock, in your time zone it'll say 7:30, 8:30, whatever it is in your time zone, your country. I'm looking for questions. Feel free to add them. I'll see a 1 pop up or 2 and I'll know that there's a question. So I'm going to continue. Orientation. These are the recorders, screen recorders. There's Loom. You can click on them. All of the presentation is in week 1, so you're able to click on everything. Okay. If you would like to add a private message, keep it for the support form so that, or add to everyone here. If you want to communicate with me, please use the support form. It's better than messaging here or on Moodle. Edpuzzle, video, they're all free. All of these are free and you can use them. It's up to you. And embed, really, really important. Any reasons why, do you think? Why is it important to embed and watch directly from a course? Any suggestions? Any ideas? No? Okay. I can give you a hint. I'm looking. We can simply share the link. Yeah, well, on Moodle, that's not, if you are on Moodle, embed. Well, first of all, what does embed mean to you? Does it mean to add a link? What does it mean to you? I just want to make sure that it's clear. I would give you voice, but there are some changes on Zoom right now. And let me see if I can do that anyways. If I can give you voice, you can ask your questions. It might be a lot easier. There aren't that many participants here right now. So it could be better. Let me see if I can do that with the new layout on Zoom. All right, so, okay, so I'm going to let you unmute yourself. Make sure that you don't speak all at once. So you can ask your questions and you don't have to raise your hand. You can just start talking. So why is it important to embed? And what does it mean to embed on Moodle? Go ahead and talk. You don't have to raise your hand. You can just speak if you can. Okay, I'm going to have to lower your hand all the time. All right, embed. Embed means that you get a code and you paste it in the HTML or in our Moodle. You'll see in a minute, I'll show you where it is, under tools. Okay, so embed means to get a code. I'm not sure I understand what you're saying. Oh, you can't unmute. I enabled it. Let me try again and see what happens because I'm screen sharing. And let me try again. Unmute themselves. Oh, it was, sorry, I don't know what happened there. Oh, I know, I asked to lower a hand and I unmuted you. Now you can unmute yourselves.
Yeah, now it's working.
Yeah, no,
now.
I try to lower your hand because it pops up in front of me and I can't really see very much in front. Yes, go ahead, Ravi.
Yeah,
Yes,
you start.
Dr. Nelly.
Please.
Sorry. Yes, Dr. Nelly. Thank you for this presentation so far. I'm just wanted to ask for the Moodle. Are we going to be allocated a personal space so that we can upload our files, or it's going to be a single space for everyone to post?
No, you're going to have your own course.
Wow,
All the
sounds
courses
great.
are ready.
Okay.
you'll have your personal course, you know, like the course that you're taking, but you're going to have your own course. You'll be the manager of the course and the teacher, of course, but the manager is even higher up. And you'll be able to add the content. It's all built very, very, I guess, systematically. You'll just go through a process and then you'll be able to do everything. You can also explore, of course, but you'll get your own course.
Thank you, Doctor. Well noted.
You're
Thank
very
you.
well. Who else? I heard another voice, another question
Hi,
about
Nellie.
embed. Hi
Can you
there,
hear me?
Holly, right? No. Who is it? I hear you.
So for embedding,
Yes. Oh, that's Nicole, right? Yes. I guess
yeah.
this,
So one of the things I was thinking for embedding would be that it's just cleaner visually, and it allows the participant to kind of watch the video within the actual format without having pop up or going to another page.
exactly. And that's the idea. And it doesn't matter what age group we're talking about. Thank you, Nicole. It doesn't matter what age group we're talking about. This is really important. This is just an index of, there's a video here that you can play. Okay, that's for you to do later on. And this is just the index, which is part of it. And also the presentation for the embed, all the videos that you can embed and ways of doing it in a Moodle course. So why embed, Nicole, as she mentioned? It's to integrate the video. If it's the video, it doesn't have to be video, it could be other things as well. It could be a Padlet wall or a Wakelet wall or a PDF file, or as you saw here, if we go into the previous, it could be Google Doc. You can embed Google Doc. You can embed Google Forms, storyboard that if you're using it. Google Drive videos, Quizlet sets, you can embed that. Screen recorded Canva presentation can be embedded with Generico. Wakelet, as I mentioned, book creator presentations can be embedded. A book can be embedded. Loom screen recordings, Padlets, walls, and other things. And the list goes on. And the fact that you don't have to move to another area, you don't have to go to an external website is a lifesaver, because sometimes these websites you might have to create an account to be able to view the video. You might have to see ads on the page, which might be annoying if there are too many ads. And it's distraction. You don't want to be distracted. You don't want your students to be distracted, and maybe they'll just go away somewhere and they won't come back because there's so many other things that they're paying attention to now, and they're not there. So first of all, it's seamless integration. They can watch the video in the course. They don't have to go anywhere. And there are privacy issues as well. Hosting videos outside reduces the need to share data with external sites. And you know that we're sharing data all the time. Every time we go anywhere, and we can try to stop this, but sometimes we forget and we don't set our browser to stop sharing data. But it is picking up data, and we might not want that. So why expose students to all of that? So for privacy and security reasons, consistency as well. The minute you have everything in the course, there's no need to go out. They'll stay in the course and not rely on external platforms where they have to go out. That is not the point of a learning management system. The point of a learning management system, and this could be done like on Moodle, is to stay within the course, as was mentioned, and not be distracted. So you'll be creating videos, and that's the orientation. And these are the recorders once again, and a platform. Now, you can avoid all of this and not embed. There's a way around it. If you get the MP4, which is sometimes more complicated for students, if you get the MP4 from the screen recorder, video that you create, you can upload it to YouTube or Vimeo. And then with YouTube and Vimeo, all you have to do, as Mushtaq mentioned, is paste the link. The minute you paste the link, it'll be embedded automatically without an embed code. And this is really important because the page is responsive. The Moodle page, your message page is responsive. But with the others, like Streamable, you need to embed. Dropbox, you will need to embed. Padlet, and all the others you will need to embed. But with YouTube and Vimeo, you won't. And this is a task that I'm not sure if any of you have done. Any of you that are here, let me know. Has anybody done that? Yeah, there are some paid, I don't know, you say that it slows it down, Holly. That's interesting. Panopto.
Yeah,
I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm a course site administrator for my institution at Lehigh University. And occasionally, like if people embed, and I'm talking a lot, like 20, 25 things in their main course page, it can slow the responsive time for loading the page. So sometimes we might say like, you know, if you want to do something like that, having like a playlist or
Yeah.
something like that, which you can do in YouTube as well. But
Exactly.
for YouTube, there still is a lot of commercialization and data mining if you're using a free account versus like an EDU account. But yeah, so I totally understand your pedagogy. I just wanted to mention that. And I'm not sure if you're hosting your own instance or how that works for you. But
No,
Panopto is a paid lecture capture tool.
Exactly. It's paid. And I can't afford it. I mean, it's great for schools that can afford it, but it's not. And what schools recommend, actually, because you can also upload the videos, and students can upload their videos, and that really slows it down. But the minute it's embedded, Holly, it doesn't slow it down. And I'm talking about whether it's Loom or if you paste YouTube or Vimeo, it's fast and it doesn't slow down the system because you haven't uploaded it.
Yeah, I've had experience that indicates a little not quite that, but yeah, okay, sure.
Okay, it depends, of course, on what Moodle version they're using. I hope they're using the latest, because sometimes schools fail to do that because some of the plugins don't fit the latest version. I'm talking about 4.4, where everything is quite fast. But it also depends on the hosting company and, you know, lots of other elements that we don't know right now. At least I don't know what happens with Panopto. This is an editor, and the one recommended is TinyMCE. It's probably going to be the only one. The other one is Auto, which is probably going to die off in a little while. It's on its way out. But you and others will see as something like this, a blank. And have you seen this before? Has anyone encountered when they try to reply or to post in a discussion forum that they see a blank area for their message area? Has anybody encountered this? Let me know. Who uses Moodle Cloud? Oh, Ravi. No, you can't install. Yeah, you can't install any plugins.
You know, previously we were using our local servers at university, but then later we shifted to Moodle Cloud. Unfortunately, it doesn't allow us to install any plugins.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, I know that. No, it doesn't. Yeah, it's problematic. But if you're interested in hosting, let me know. I know I work with a company that I find
Yeah, sure, ma'am. Sure. Thank you. Thank you.
amazing. So has anyone encountered the blank message area? I'm looking for an answer to that. No. All right. No to Moodle Cloud, Holly, or no to the blank? Both. Okay. All right. So that means you're not using the latest Moodle because this change was made on Moodle 4, I believe, 4.1, and now we're at 4.4. So I'm not sure that you're using the latest version, because that's what you will see. You will see this. Every time you want to add a post, start a new post in a discussion forum, you will see a blank message area. What you do is you go into advanced. Okay, when you go into advanced, you will see the following. Isn't that nice? And that's the editor. That's what it'll look like. Yes. Comments, questions? If you're not speaking, can you mute yourself? Thank you. All right. I think I don't want to stop everybody. Okay, I think it's working now. All right. What you have is a way to expand it so that you don't have one row, but you have two rows. And the way it's laid out is determined by the administrator. I decided this is what it will look like, but you can change that. So at the top, notice the editor has insert, format, and tools. The tools is where you will embed. You click on tools and then you'll follow, it'll say source code. Go into tools, source code, and then embed the code that you have. Now the code will be iframe, which is perfectly safe and there's no problem with it. If you want to reduce, which you probably will never want to reduce it, you'll only want to expand it, then you go into the three dots again and you reduce. Now the three dots on Moodle indicate more. So whether you're working on your desktop or you're working on your phone you will have more for a lot of elements. If you're working on your desktop and you've got a huge screen, you'll have less of the more. Everything will appear. So it depends on the way your desktop looks. So in week 1, this is what you'll be doing. You'll be introducing yourself. And as I said, there are 3 ways of doing it. And with Vukaroo for the audio, by the way, Vukaroo is amazing. It's completely free. You don't even have to get an account. And it works really well. Now, the 3 ways are with Voki, with DID, which is an AI that turns photos into talking photos, really, really exciting, and video. You can do all 3 if you want to test them out, but 1 is enough. What I'd like is information, because I think this is important not only for me, but for you as a participant to focus on both personal and professional background. It helps. And it also is more interesting for us. You don't have to add private information. You notice that the personal is only your hobbies, interests, and so on outside of teaching or whatever work you do. If you're not teaching, if you're doing something else, and what you're passionate about beyond that. Doesn't have to be one thing. It could be a few things, and so on. And you do that whether you're using Voki, DID, or video. The 1, 2, 3 is really, really important because I mentioned before, critical thinking and processing information, learning about yourself as a learner, and not just hoarding information, which I think is really important, and being critical of how you learn about your way of dealing with the information, dealing with the time element. As I said, 10 minutes a day is good, not to overdo it and not to underdo it, not to get frustrated, but learning about yourself. So this is one way. You'll answer the questions, 1, 2, 3, there's 6 questions. And then at the end, you may find it interesting and see if you would answer it the same way. So background, I believe the background will stay the same. Interest, I think that one of you has answered this, or maybe more, I'm not sure. Interest, what sparked your interest in joining the course? I think that's important for you to understand. And if you're passionate about a particular topic within Moodle, and then your expectations. And this is something, your expectations, that you'll probably come back to and see whether things have changed and you got more than you expected, or you got different things than you expected. And Teaching Perspectives has been around since 2001, 2000, when the research started. I've been doing it for a number of years, and teacher students use it as well. It's an inventory. It changes all the time. It focuses on transmission, apprenticeship, developmental, nurturing, and social reform. Things change. As a teacher, I remember when I didn't have children, before my children were born, I was a different kind of teacher. As soon as they were born, and I taught in high school, and when they were still very young, I was a different teacher. When they got older and were high school students, my attitude changed completely. I became more nurturing than ever. So we have a bit of all of these, but which ones do we have more of? And I think it's interesting to try the Teaching Perspectives a few times, not every year, but a few times throughout your career, to see how things look and change. Has anyone tried it? The Teaching Perspectives, it's an inventory. Oh, you haven't? Oh, you will find it interesting. It's just a way to reflect and think about who we are as teachers, our identity. And this is something that has interested me as well for many years. You'll be generating a course syllabus. You can't start a course without a syllabus, right? And you'll be using Gemini. I've been using Gemini for a while. Google used to be called Google Bard. It changed to Gemini in February, I believe, in the middle of a course that I was giving on Google Bard. And all of a sudden, halfway through the course, the name changed. Now it's Gemini, and there's the free version, and there's also advanced, a paid version. Has anyone used Gemini? I believe it's available in every country now. It wasn't available in Canada all the time. What's wonderful, oh, I see a lot of you have not. Yeah, that's right. So Gemini goes well with Google Docs, and specifically Google Slides and Google Spreadsheet. What's nice is that it's really fast. It generates your syllabus. I mean, you have to add a little bit of input, your prompt. You might want to have it in a table format, even though Google's table format's not that great. And then you share it. You ask Gemini to share it as a Google Doc. It'll prompt you with that. So in the share, you go into the share, and you'll see that it'll generate the syllabus, and you'll be able to open it in Google Docs. And then you simply make the Google Doc public, viewable by anyone who has the link, and then you share the link. Is anyone not familiar with Google Docs? Let me know in the chat. If you're not, feel free to ask questions. I've got lots of videos on this if you're interested in watching. The prompts aren't that difficult to generate. I mean, you know more or less what you want. So you simply ask Gemini to generate a course syllabus. And if you don't like what you see, you just keep saying no. That's what I do. No, do this. I mean, you keep making changes. The prompt doesn't have to be perfect. You can create a prompt, see what the Gemini comes up with. If you don't like it, Gemini is very patient, unlike people. These AI tools are very patient. They'll do it again and again, and they'll improve. So just keep at it. I think it's a lot of fun, and it's fast. That's how I generate all my courses. I do not waste time anymore. I make the most of my time in asking the right questions. Let's see if there are any questions here. All right, so let's go on to the individual courses. You asked before about individual courses. Each one of you will have an individual course, Moodle course, but the course is 4.4. Unlike my course, our course, which is 4.3, I have not, I mean, if you don't know a little bit background here, I am the manager of my own server, and I install Moodle as well as support myself. And I add everything. I'm the administrator of about 10 Moodle sites, my own Moodle sites and others' Moodle sites. And so if there's anything that you would like me to add, any plugins that you would like, or anything, please check first of all if the plugins are compatible with Moodle 4.4, and then I can install whatever plugin you want. So unlike schools where you have to spend a lot of time and you have to persuade the administrator or the school to use a certain plugin, in this case, whatever you want is fine, and I'll be happy to install it. Okay, install the plugin. So feel free to ask, but you will have your individual courses. Notice they are numbered right now. As soon as you're in there, and you will be in there, as soon as you finish everything in week 1, you'll get your course. So hopefully you'll finish it in time and you can get started. Right now there are numbers. 6, 7, 8, of course, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. And we'll be working together on that. Let's see if there are any questions. You can unmute yourself. No questions? All right, so let's continue here. There's a question here. I think this is, yeah. This is a choice question, and you can decide on the number. There's 1, 01, 02, and so on. If you have a number, your favorite number that is not listed, please let me know. And once you finish week 1, I will create a course with a number of your choice. That is fine. But in any case, you'll be able to change the number to a name of your course. Your course will have a name. You'll be able to give it a title. It won't stay that number. Yeah, I can't wait for you to start the courses too, because I enjoy supporting teachers as they develop their courses. It's important to keep track of what we do. So I suggest you choose, you don't have to, but I highly recommend that you choose a curation board so you can have everything there, all your videos and all the work and whatever is in the course to add it to one place. Padlet, of course, you know, is limited to 3 Padlet walls, but Wakelet is not limited. And if you like others like Miro, Mural, or if your school uses one of these, feel free to choose one that suits you and add your work there as you go, not all at once at the end, but do it, as I said, 10 minutes a day, a little bit every day. And these are the weekly digital badges. Why did it jump to week 2? I guess because, and 4, and week 1 was missing. Okay. Right, but there is one too. There is one. I don't know why one is not there for some reason. Strange, but I'll put it back there if it's. Oh, I see what happened here. 3 was put in twice. All right, I'll fix that. And this is the final certificate. Your name will appear, not mine. It'll appear in red. And you get 20 hours of online task required. That's basically how many hours that you'll be spending in the course. If it's more, then that's fine. You need to complete the course by the end of week 4, so keep that in mind as you work. These are some of the references. And I'm going to stop screen sharing. Let's see if I can do that. And see if I can. Yeah. So are there any questions? Would you like me to? I see in the chat. You can unmute yourself and ask questions. I'm going to try to screen share if I can. There we go. I got it to work. Okay, so here we are. Let me extend. I'm going to go into the course. And notice here, this is, I said, Moodle 4.3, which is not the latest, but it's fairly new. I mean, the latest 4.4 only came out in April. So 4.3 is not that old. Going to my courses, the theme that I'm using is move. And this is the course. And I'm in as a student right now. So what I see is what you should be seeing. I think it's a good idea to go into the forums. There's the open forum that I was talking about. And what you do in the layout is you simply go through what you see. Okay, so on the left, notice there's the course index with the various, notice here, sections. There's orientation. If I click on orientation, okay, I get everything under orientation on the left. And then notice what happens in the middle. Orientation is now in black. So that opens up. And if I go on to the next section, which is live online meetings, notice there are two parts to it. And notice it opens up. And if I scroll down, I'll be able to get to it. There's also an open forum here, Zoom meeting takeaways and other topics that you can discuss relating to the recording that will appear here. And then next to that is open forum. Open forum, notice there's only an open forum. There's an explanation here why I use an open forum. And then there's an open discussion prompt. You simply click on it. And what's nice about it is that you can start your own discussion, add a new discussion. You can also manage your forum subscriptions. I think it's a handy tool. To go back, we can use the left here to go back to the overview. Or if you want to go into week 1, which is down here on the left, we click on it. It'll take us to week 1. We can close the left, the course index. We can also go to the right here. And that's where you'll be demonstrating exactly what I'm doing now. You'll be demonstrating what's in the middle of the course, our course. At the end of course, you'll be showcasing your course. And the way I'm doing it right now with my course. Notice on the right, these are called blocks, and you'll have a chance to add all the blocks. Develop the Moodle course is the upcoming event. That's today. That'll change to next week. And notice the time zone is my time zone, but the minute you change your time zone in your profile, it'll show your time zone. But if you don't, it'll show mine or the site's time zone. You'll also see your badges here once you get them. And that's level up. And this is your completion progress. Notice I haven't done anything. But here on the right, under completion progress, you will see everything that needs to be done right now. My progress is 0. But once I do something, the royal blue will turn baby blue. And you'll be able to see what you've done and what you haven't done. If you go to the top, you'll see course. Under course is where I am right now. You'll see participants, a list of participants, and you'll be able to see them. You can also look for participants. Right now, there are 32. The badges, these are the badges available, and the requirements. I see number 1 is not there. You can unenroll yourself. I hope you don't. You can also download the course content. That's fine. All this is within the course. In order to get back to the course, notice I go into, and this is in Moodle 4 and onwards, you go into course on the blue strip. Okay, there's no what used to be called breadcrumbs. No more breadcrumbs on Moodle. It was taken out. So course, I go into course, and that'll take me back into the course. And I, of course, close the right block drawer. And now I just have the middle. This little thing here is accessibility. Now it comes with Moodle 4.4. It's no longer a plugin on its own. And I think this is important. You'll get a chance to play around with that. Notice, okay, the more here you saw before. So in week 1 is exactly what I indicated, what you will have done. Notice I'm in as a student, so I haven't done this yet. But maybe I've got some things waiting for me as me. And then there's the AI to generate a syllabus, how to create the syllabus. This video will help you. Notice I put Google Bard. I have to change that to Gemini. And this is your choice question. This is where you choose. And if the number that you would like is not here, choose a number for now anyways. But as I said, you'll be changing the number and you'll be giving your course whatever name you'd like. So start thinking about a title, a topic for your course, but you can always change the title of the course, but the content you'll be adding this week so that you can get started next week. And I think that's it. And we can stop screen sharing. Any questions? I think our time is up in about 3 minutes. Let me know if you can unmute yourself, if you've got a question, comment. No? Looking at the chat. Oh, I see there's a comment there. I can't, okay, add blocks. Yeah, blocks. You like to lock activities? Why would you want to lock activities? I've never used that feature, ever. I have not locked anything, except my house. Yes, Anna.
I would like to thank you, Nellie. I love your voice. So
Oh, thank you.
it's a pleasure just listening to you because I'm really very tired.
Sweet.
I mentioned my situation, which is difficult extremely, but I'm trying to do my best.
I'm so happy that you're here. I'm very, very happy. And I'm looking forward to supporting everyone with their courses.
I'm bringing about a very simple course for elderly as usual, about artificial intelligence, about application for them. So this is my dream. Maybe I will manage.
Great. You will. I'm sure you will. You don't have to worry about time. It'll be fine. Yes, Nicole.
No, I want to say hello, Anna. I can't wait to see your course on AI for the elderly. I love listening to all of your challenges that you have. And yeah, I do have a question, Nellie, and I don't know if we have time. When you say I could use my cell phone, is that so to use my cell phone to record my desktop, or can I actually share the screen on my cell phone? I'm not quite sure what you meant by that.
Well, both actually. No, you can use your phone to record, to create your videos, to use the screen recorder.
Thank you.
And it's quite easy. I mean, the videos will look different, okay, but it makes no difference. They'll be elongated. They won't be, unless you, maybe if you turn your device over on the side, I'm not sure.
Okay, I'm just right now, because I'm using my old Chromebook, and it is so old it won't update things anymore. So Holly had suggested for me to do Screencastify, but I can't use any extensions or plugins for this Chromebook. So then I was thinking, well, I guess I'll have to try to use it on my phone, which will be a learning experience for me, because I think that's also important.
It is, because it'll help you understand your students. I mean, they'll love you for it if they realize that you're using your phone to create videos, because that's what they do. And it's not that difficult.
Exactly.
I've had students use their phones in these Moodle courses, adult students, and they managed quite well.
Is your Chromebook locked down, Nicole? Why can't you install a Chrome extension?
Because I need to update my Chrome, and it's not, it doesn't, I
Updatable.
can't update anymore because it's too old.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I think it was, I mean, I got it back in 2017 or something. So yeah.
You could conceivably, like, it's not an